I just want to share this little card with you. I made it a very long time ago at a class in Claremont, I think, but it was such a long time ago. It's a 4x4 inch card, but when you open it up, ta-da, it looks like this. I call it, it's actually meant to have an extra section in it, but when I was making it for my class I didn't have enough paper, so I just made it a single one, but you can make it as a double one, so it can be really quite huge. But I just thought this was lovely, and the ladies really enjoyed making this one because it was such a different look. So it just opens like so, and when you want to write on it, you just open it up, flatten it out, and you write here on the back. Or you can write here and here on these panels, it's up to you. But it's a very easy little card to make. It's just a bit of scoring, stamping and cutting out. So let's get started. I'll drop my scoreboard. Right, so I've got our scoreboard today. I like to use the scoreboard as opposed to the trimmer, but not that it doesn't work, it's just that this is what I prefer to use. Now the piece of paper, the papers that we're using today, let me see, the base measures 12 inches by 3.5. We have a paper piece here that measures 7 inches by 3.5. Now we come to our squares. We have our two glacier squares, they're 4x4. We have two pewter, they're 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and we have two paper that are 3.5 by 3.5. So that's all it takes to make this card, plus a piece of 6x4, which I have no idea where I've just put. I had it before. There it is, to stamp the flowers out on. But we'll do that in a minute. So let's get started. So on the 6-inch side, on the 12-inch side, I beg your pardon, I've got 6 on the brain. We're going to score it at 2.5 and 6 inches. Now if you have a bigger scoreboard, you then score it at 9.5, but seeing as I don't, you just turn it round and you score it at 2.5 again. That's all it is. And then you just make one fold at the moment, and that's this one here. So you're just going to fold it straight in half. Don't worry about the other two ends, we'll do those later. Then we'll take our paper piece and we're just going to score that at 3.5 inches, and that's all the scoring done. Excuse me. We'll move that out of the way. Now we're going to take our trimmer, and I hope you can see this really well. We're going to take it, now you're going to take it with the folded edge, so open her up, there's the folded edge. You're going to place it in at 1 3/4 inches. Make sure your blade is up this end, and then you're going to cut down to 1 3/4 inches. I'll just let me turn it a bit so I can see. So you're just going to cut it down to 1 3/4 inches, and that's it, and lift. So that's what you should have. A piece of paper that has 2 equal portions to it. Now if you try to do it singly, you may not get them in exactly the right spot, so it's easier to do it as a fold and cut. So now we're going to do the same here. So there's our open end to the right hand side. We're going to place the folded end in, and we're going to place it in at 2 3/4 inches. And if you're good and you can get it down there, you can cut back up, but there we are, 2 3/4, 1 3/4, not 2, 1 3/4 inches, and cut down to 1 3/4 inches. Gosh almighty. So that's done. So now that I've done that, I'm going to fold that one backwards and then fold these two ends over. And for the life of me, I don't know where my scoring tool is, but that's okay, I can deal without it. So you'll have a piece that looks like this and a piece that looks like this. So what we're going to do, you take this piece with your cuts and you turn it upside down, and then you're going to insert the slots together. That's how easy it is. It's not rocket science, unless you can't get them in like this. And then you just tap them into place, and there you have it. It's already done. Ta-da! So what I'll do now, before I do anything else, I actually stamp here on the inside. So I'm going to be using pewter ink and black ink. There it is. So I'm going to be stamping, and I'll roll my sleeves up before I stick my arm in it again, the words. Now the first one, now these words here come from the Chelsea Garden card making, excuse me, which I've put to one side, but I'll have it all up in my blog so you'll be able to see it. And we're just going to stamp that. I've got to stand up so I can see what I'm doing. Straight down there. It's probably crooked. Like that. For that one, oh, I've got a bit of black on it. That was not good. And then we're going to stamp Thinking of You. Just wipe the excess off there. Just here. So that's all you're going to do for those, and then we'll put the black away. And then we're going to take the pewter, and I've taken the two little small butterflies from the group, and I'll lay this next to it so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll put one butterfly here, and I might put, seeing as I made a bit of a mess over here, I might put another one here and one up here. Oh. And then we'll take the little one and we'll just add some of those on. Bit slap happy with me butterflies, but that'll do. So that's all you need to do there. Put that out of the way now. And that's ready to go. So I'll just fold that together. And we'll ignore my phone. It'll be fine. So now we're going to put our squares together. And then we'll stamp our flowers out. So we're just going to mount and mat up everything on here. Tape runner. I know I have it. I had it before. There it is. So I want the dark side up. We're just going to mount that onto there like that. And then our paper. On the other one I use linen for the mounting there. But this one I've decided to use the pewter. I think I much prefer it. It's a nicer, it more defines the paper. So we're just mounting those up. I love this paper. I think it's just divine. Now when we go to attach our paper to here, the easiest way to do that is to actually just add the adhesive onto this 2.5 inch section. Just like that. Turn it over, flip over one of your mats, it doesn't matter which way it goes, and then center it. Just like so. Right, so we'll do the same thing again. So just add adhesive to this section. Flip it over. Line up your edges. Lay it down. And there you have it. So there's your card already made. I mean, how simple and quick was that? So it sits like that. Now we'll stamp out our flowers. Now I have already done them, but I wanted to show you what I did. We'll take the lagoon and the glacier. And we're going to use a piece of sponge with the lagoon, and we're going to stamp the flowers out in glacier. So we'll take the full, now it's the large full flower. You can have the half flower if you want, but I just wanted to use the large full one. And we're going to stamp 2 of these. Now we'll take the Lagoon ink. And we're just going to take it. Now when we did the box, we did the inside. With this one, I want to do just gently added colour to the outside edge of the flower. That's all I want to do. And then we'll take that and we'll stamp it down. Just like that. So I've got this beautiful colouring here. So we'll do that once more so you can see. So you, don't do what I just did and put it in the wrong colour. So you're going to stamp it in the glacier. Take the sponge and dip it in the lagoon. Now I did try with the dauber, but it gave me a blunt edge and I didn't want that. What I wanted was blending, and this gives me a blended look, and it made me feel much happier with what I was getting for it. So then we're just going to stamp this down, move it over a bit, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift, and there we have it. And then for the centre, let me just shut these because I'm just as likely to put an arm on or a leg in it. Not that you want to see the leg up on the table. We'll take the centre, which is here. We'll just place that into the middle of the flower, like so, and that's in pewter. And then we're going to just stamp the leaves, and these are in sweet leaf because that's the main colours in here. You've got sweet leaf, you've got the dark, which is charcoal, you've also got pewter and heather. And oh look, and even junipers in here. I just love this whole set. It's just such a beautiful stamp set, this one. And then we're just going to stamp our leaves in sweet leaf. And then we'll hand cut them out. But because I don't want you to have to sit there and watch me do that. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell you. On one of the flowers, we're going to stamp the little short and sweet, which is this set here. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit. I really love this set. It's got so much in it. This is the one we used the last time for the Happy Mother's Day. But I really love this set. It's just wonderful. So we'll just stamp, make sure I've got up the right way. That's it. Happy Birthday onto one of the flowers. Just like that. That's all you need to do. I mean, you can decorate this card up any way you want. This is just the way I went about doing it. So that's all I did to get that piece there. And then, woohoo, already cut them out so you didn't have to wait. There we go. 1, 2. And we'll get some 3D foam dots. And we're going to just adhere wherever I've put that again, right there, straight onto here. I mean, if you wanted to, you could put an oval there or a circle or even a white square. I just make sure that you're putting this round the right way. I just need one on there and just attach that to the front, flip it over, and just mirror that on the other side to put the leaves up in there. Add that and put this flower here. So like I said, it was just a simple, easy, quick little card. You could make it as interesting as you want to or as very basic as you want to. Oh, I've shifted that bit. So it's such an easy little card, and when it opens up it just says, dear friend, thinking of you. So happy birthday, dear friend, thinking of you. And that's a nice little card that you could give to somebody. Like I said, it just folds out like that, folds back up like that, fits into a 4x4 inch envelope, and Bob's your uncle. This one's in Glacier, and this one here is in Sweet Leaf. So I hope you enjoy this little card. Till next time, keep on creating, and bye for now.